You sound like mini Darth Vader.
That's awesome. All right. So, Rick, whenever you are ready.
Okay, well, we're live on YouTube. We're about 50 seconds away from Facebook. Everything looks like it's working. I think. I don't know. Might as well wait till Facebook kicks in for those people who decided to watch. I don't know how many people show up on Facebook till it starts. YouTube, I can get an idea before it actually starts, but Facebook, I don't.
Cool. We usually get 100 on both combined.
It comes in and out, bounces around. I don't know what you do for promotion or telling people about it. So, I mean, if they're on your channel and whatnot. Anyway, looks like, okay, so Facebook, it says it's going to go live in about 3, 2, 1, supposedly. And it's thinking about it. All right, it's going.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everybody. Fred Lam here, and welcome to our Ask Fred Lam Show, episode 32. Now, pretty interesting. It's been the 32nd episode. That's like I've been running this for more than half a year right now, and every week we talk on a specific topic that's going to bring a lot of value to you. Now, today, you are going in this for a treat, because I've actually invited my mentor, and you guys a lot know who he is. He is Onyx Singal, and him and I right now are projected together, all our businesses combined. He has his own, I have my own, and then all the business combined. We're actually on track to generate $35 million this year alone. Now, with that, obviously, you guys may be wondering, it's like, holy crap, $30 million, that is a lot of money. But here's one thing that I want to share with you guys, is because in the online space, there are just so much money. And every single year, online transactions are going up, up, up. Now, this is not just e-commerce, but every sort of different medium when it comes to an online business. And heck, it doesn't even need to be an online business. So enough of me ranting right now. I want to actually get Onyx here first, because this is going to be a complete, like, him and I hanging out with you guys, sharing with you guys what we are doing, sharing with you guys exactly what are the, like, this, you can treat this as like a business update, right? Right now we're in the month of August, so 8 months have passed by, and there are a lot of changes in the last 8 months, and I'm going to basically, I'm not going to interrogate on it, but I'm going to basically have him share with you guys, along with me, I'm going to share with you guys what we have been doing, what are the results that we have seen, and things that you guys can actually take away with. So without waiting further ado, I want to first welcome Onyx here, so he doesn't just sit behind and just listen to me ramble. Onyx, are you here?
I'm here, man. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Thank you for having me. And hello, Zero Up community.
All right, so everyone, welcome Onyx right in the questions box right now, so you can see that you guys are paying attention. And obviously, we have a lot of people that are still piling in right now. And as much as I hate to say it, I hate it when you guys are freaking late. All right, just have to say that. But anyway, so with that, again, at the end, I'm still going to give away $500, even though we are just giving you pure value. I still want to invest in your business. So stay tuned at the very end. I'll let Onyx choose who's going to actually get my $500 Zero Up funds. So with that, let me actually set up the stage a little bit right now, okay? I believe a lot of you guys, and on your end too, you've seen more and more of your students, along with my students, are seeing results with the things that we have been teaching. Now, I know that, Onyx, you have a stellar student right now. Her name is called Rosselli or something, and she literally started from zero. So now she generated, I believe, a lot of money online. Can you actually share that story with everyone to inspire them about, like, the trends right now in the industry and how everyone can become an entrepreneur? Because I think this is very important for everyone listening right now to actually know that it is very possible. And there's so much money in the market right now that every single one of you can actually profit online. So, Onyx, are you able to share one of your best student, Roselli's story, with the people on here?
Sure, man. It's Rosalie, and God, it's funny. One thing that just warmed my heart just a second ago when you were doing this is you said one of your best students, and I didn't know which one you're talking about. Like that is how much success that we've been seeing happen lately here. Just getting stories one after the other. We just had another student recently, and she's already, crossed 25,000 a month. And she actually stopped building her business. She's like, she couldn't handle anymore. So she stopped scaling it. Rosalie was an amazing story. So Rosalie came to our Learn Masters event October of last year. Okay. So it's 9 months ago. And, she came and she was just always excited. She was high energy. She was pumped up and just wanted to do big things. And within 30 days of leaving the Learn Masters event, she just messaged me in such a very, just a subtle way. And she's like, "Oh, Anik, I just want you to know I did my first $20,000. I was almost fell off my chair. I said, what are you doing? And she starts to walk me through, she was doing eCommerce, and she was just, she had just completely turned her life around because she was there and this event around other amazing entrepreneurs, which is why it's so great that you guys are here every week with Fred, because being in this community in and of itself makes you that much more likely to succeed. And, I just want to echo what Fred said. You guys had to be here on time because, that is what builds the habits and the discipline of success. So Rosalie, she just started hustling. And I asked Rosalie, I said, "Rosalie, how did you figure out how to do this?" And she gives me this weird look. All right, we were on Skype, so I could see her. And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "How did you figure out how to put the store up, get traffic?" And she looks at it and she goes, "Anik, I just watch YouTube videos." And I just started laughing. And I was like, there's a person here who just, got inspired and just got hungry and started chasing that dream. And, now, she's doing, 50, 60,000 a month consistently. And she's going to be doing some things with Learn, actually. I think that, starting by this time, mid next year, she'll be doing 7 figures a year. And we've got stories like this just around the corner. I had another friend of mine who needed he kind of needed a little bit of a reboost in his life. And he started his business from scratch and just brand new, and he's taken it from absolutely zero to now generating over 10,000 a month, and he started 7 weeks ago. These stories, they come in all the time. They're just coming in all around us, and so we know the system works, right, Fred? I always ask everybody, let me ask everyone here a quick question. Just want to ask you a question. I want you to give me an honest answer, okay? So make sure I got your attention. Let me ask you a quick question here. So, do you believe that there are lots of people making money on the internet? Lots of people. Thousands of people. Type in the number 1. Type in the number 1 if you believe that there are thousands of people making money on the internet. Come on. I want everybody to type this in, okay? I got Leon, Marcus, Irvin, Lisa, Linda, Juan, Isidore, Cass, Merlin, Wendy, Scott, Claire, Carl, Bernard, Michelle. I got lots of people. Okay, awesome. So now, hold that thought. So now I want you to tell me, what is the only difference, if you're confident that there are thousands of people making money online, then don't you agree that it is 100% definite? It means it's possible, right? It's possible. It's not some hidden secret. So now type in the number 2 if you agree that it is possible. It's possible. Lots of 2s pouring in. Awesome. Now let me ask you the third question. This is where you have a breakthrough. What is the only difference between the people who are making money online and you? What's the only unique? I shouldn't say different. I should say, what's the only unique element in that scenario? What is the only one factor that's different between someone else making money and you? I got taking action, I got knowledge, I got none, I got mindset, time, doing it, knowledge, mindset. You know what? Neither of these answers are right. The only unique factor in the element is you. Think about it. The people, the person doing it is the only unique factor, because the systems are the same. The internet is the same. Access to the internet is the same. Computers are the same. Everything is the same, but you're different. Irwin goes, what? Right? Jennifer says, you are so right. How many of you just had a little bit of a mind blow? A little bit of like, oh shit, he called me out. He's right. Type in wow. Type in wow if you had just a little bit of a moment. Right? So next time you have doubts, next time you're sitting there starting to wonder if this is really real or if you're getting frustrated, if you're just remind yourself that you agreed there's thousands of people making money online. You agreed that it's absolutely possible. The only thing that could be getting in the way of it happening is you. So you got to work on you. You got to fix you. You got to finish and really, you know, get out there and figure out what you're doing to stop the progress. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's the point I'm trying to make here, is that this is how we get to where we want to go. That's what Rosalie went out and fought. My friend Rito, who restarted his business, he fought. One of our students, Laura, who I was telling you about, she fought. One of our other students, Jenny, she's fighting. Another one of my students I interviewed today, Jake, he's fighting every day. He's implementing, he's taking action. I can literally keep going. I could keep going until I run out of time on this webinar. So that, I really want you guys to take that, all right? Leon says, get out of my way, me.
And that's great. It's actually great that you brought this up on it and really setting the stage, because let's be honest, and I'll be very honest with you guys, everything that I've been doing for e-commerce is exactly the same thing that I've done 12 years ago. And on it, correct me if I'm wrong, like you are like the industry leader now, in my opinion, when it comes to email marketing, affiliate marketing, and digital publishing. And 12 years ago, that system is actually the same thing as today. There are a little bit changes, but the actual system is the exact same thing. Do you agree?
You know, I absolutely agree. Let me just take a moment here. We have a wonderful student, and she's asking that she wants me to say her name, and she hopes for it. So Amrita Petez, there you go. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for all the compliments. I appreciate it. So Fred, here's the thing, right? The systems are the same. Yes, there are a few differences, okay? Yes, things evolve, but the basic core is the same. I'm doing the same steps. As a matter of fact, there's these slides that I show people. Let me see if I can find these slides real quick. Fred, this is really powerful stuff, because it really brings home this point that you're talking about here. So let me see. I'm just gonna pull them up. It's part of a different presentation, so I don't really need to go over that stuff. I just want to pull up these particular slides. Okay, so I'm gonna take the screen from you, Fred, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I can figure out how.
I'll do it.
I got it. All right, let's do this. All right, guys, I want you to pay attention to this. If you can see it, Fred, can you see my screen?
Yep, I can see your screen.
All right, let me just make the slides bigger. Okay, what I want you to pay attention to is this is how I made my first $10,000 online, okay? So I would bring traffic to a one-page website, and that was actually, that website was actually a review page. So it was not an opt-in page, it was a review page where I just wrote this article, or I reviewed a product, and I would simply have a link at the bottom that they could click it and go to another website with someone else's product, purchase it, and then I got paid. Okay, now this was actually the only time I made a mistake. This is really early in my days. It worked. I made some money, but then Google came along, slapped the heck out of me, and took away all my income because they shut my ad account down. So what I was doing is I was using Google to get traffic to this page, and then I was making a bunch of money, and I was doing really well. But I learned my lesson. So after that, I made one tweak, and we're talking about a tweak I made, God, I don't know what now, 13, 14 years ago? I mean, it's a long time ago. This is how I made my first $100,000, okay? So I'm gonna go to full screen, and I want you to just watch this, and I want you to see how this goes, okay? So this is how I made my first, oops. Sorry. All right. This is how I made my, as you guys can tell, I'm having a little bit of computer issues here. This is how I made my first $100,000, okay? I had traffic sources. I used to do solo ads. I used to do some Google ads. I used to do forum posting, blog posting. I used to do all the free stuff too. I used to do some search engines. It would go to, it'd go to my one-page website, which then became an opt-in page. So then people would go into this database, right? And then from there, I had them, I owned them, and no one could take it away. Google and all could not take it away. And then I promoted other people's products. I never had my own product. Okay, now watch this and watch how it starts to evolve. So here's how I made my first $1 million online. I simply added my own products and I still kept promoting other people's products. Okay? But do you see something that's pretty much the same? Now, then, to make my first $3 million, I just added more of my own products, did cross-selling and upselling, and I kept promoting other people's products. Okay? Now, that was my first 3 million. Now, to make 10 million, my first 10 million online, I still kept promoting new products. I kept launching new products, and I added continuity. Now, guess what? How I made my first 100 million online looks exactly like that. There's nothing different. So the core engine, the core basics of this are the same. You know, Fred, you're absolutely right. And so, Fred, I'll pass this back to you if you want to take it back from the screen.
Yeah, pass it back to me, because obviously you're explaining a lot on what you've been doing, and a lot of you guys here with us.
You take it back, because I don't know which of these is you. I'm a little confused. So if you can take the screen.
Let me take it back right now.
Thanks.
All right. So I actually took a screenshot, and again, what Anik was saying was right. This is the core of how the core system is always going to be the same. And there's nothing around that. Like McDonald's have been here since 50s or whatever. Their model is always the same. Their system is the same, and they just franchise their system out. Now, what I'm going to share with you guys is basically in the digital publishing space. Now, in e-commerce, it's actually the same thing, and I actually want to come from my perspective of what I've been doing in the past and what I've been doing now that goes hand in hand with what Anik says. So Anik, I took a screenshot of this, and I'm just coming in from a perspective of e-commerce right now. So basically, people that are in e-commerce, people that are in affiliate marketing, they can actually see that it is still the core system. So first of all, like Anik said, traffic is always going to be there. And today, Anik and I are going to share with you guys some tips on what we've been doing with traffic. But let's go into the model first, the core system first. So now, in the digital publishing world and in email marketing and affiliate marketing, you need a one-page website. But when it comes to e-commerce, what we actually go after is what we call a front-end product. Now, you guys you should have my 10-part video training series where I show you guys how to find like lowest hanging fruit products where you can actually use that to acquire your customers and actually put them into the database. Now, in step 4, Anik talks about you creating your own product. That's what you wanted to do. Now, instead of you creating your own product, what you wanted to do is to actually increase more products in your store that is in the same niche as what you are in right now. So let's say that you're in survival. You want to have more survival products. It doesn't have to be like a free plus shipping. It can be more expensive product. It can be like a complete deck of bug out bag. It can be a tactical flashlight. It can be something else. It doesn't always have to be free plus shipping. But at the end of the day, you are collecting that database to actually have more products where, again, you can upsell, cross-sell, and downsell. And this is by far, again, how e-commerce works. And with that same database, and I keep being a broken record about this, you can actually become an affiliate and sell other people's product. It can be a digital product. It can be a physical product from a CPA network. And I just realized that the ice cream truck actually just came out of nowhere. But anyways, with that, what we're trying to share with you right now is, yes, right now we are in the year of 2017. And in 4 months, we're going to be entering in 2018. But here's the truth. The system is always going to be the same. Now, there are going to be moving parts that are going to be a little bit different. And I think one of the most important moving part is visitor traffic. Anik, do you agree? I think if we look at the core system, one thing that will be evolving, that always constantly change, is visitor. Where you get your visitor. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely right. That is one of the core things. You know, I'll tell you, for example, like doing things like blog commenting and forum commenting, you can get so much traffic back in the day. It's not the same now. And now you have things like Facebook. I mean, mean, I didn't have Facebook when I started. Now I invest like $22,000 a day on Facebook. So yeah, that will continue to evolve and change. But again, the core of this concept of paying for click by performance and blah, 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 that stays. It's just the platform changes.
Exactly. And at the end, like, how many of you guys are actually following what we are discussing right now? And you guys are like, holy crap, it's actually that simple. Put a 1 in the question box right now. All right, I'm getting a lot of ones. Sorry, I just see an ice cream truck over here, and I'm trying to text my team to actually go down and get an ice cream on my dime. Hold on one sec. Huh? They know? Okay, sorry. Ice cream truck train, and I'm not feeding everyone, but everyone in the office, I'm telling them to go down to get an ice cream, and I'm paying for them right now, so it just came up. But anyways, what we're trying to accomplish right now is to let you know that Onik actually is right. You are the person that is holding you from where you want to go when it comes to financial freedom and having your own online business. The system is always going to be the same, regardless of what year we're in, what century we're in. At the end of the day, the core is always going to be the same. Now, with that, again, when we're talking about traffic, let's actually move back to step 1, which is all about traffic. Now, as we all know, right now, if this was 6 years ago, Facebook is not the dominant player when it comes to traffic. It was actually Google. But now, like I said, things evolve so fast. Facebook now is the dominant player when it comes to traffic. Now, putting me in the question box if you guys are saying you guys are still having like traffic problems, you guys can't get your click-through rate up, because Onik and I really runs a very, very different business. I do have a business that really follows exactly what Onik teaches, which is his 5 steps. And creating my own product and affiliate marketing and all those other stuff. But at the end of the day, I do a lot of e-commerce stuff at the same time, which is my bread and butter and the core of my business. But I know for a fact that even if you have the core system, you still need to have traffic, like things like you need solo ads, you need Facebook ads. Solo ads is great. I love solo ads. But if you want to scale up your business and actually control your business, and like I always say, he who controls the traffic controls the business. And we need to become a dominant player inside Facebook. Now, Facebook has been changing quite rapidly when it comes to traffic. And a lot of you guys may actually experience this too. And I believe, Onik, you're experiencing this too. Right now, because Facebook is now hitting their peak when it comes to active users, but the incremental of advertisers that are coming into Facebook in ads are actually increasing more exponentially than the active users. Now, what happens is that your CPM, so at the end of the day, when it comes to ads, your ads are actually paid for every 1,000 times it is being viewed. And in respect to that, there's going to be the auction, right? So who actually can afford the most to Facebook is going to actually win. Right, Onik, do you agree? And right now, what's happening is that because there's so many advertisers going in, and we're not even talking about seasonality right now, we're just talking about in general, because there's more advertisers coming in, going after the same pool of people, then ultimately what's going to happen is that your costs are going to go up. And what you got to do to actually help and actually maintain your business is really coming down to what we call the creative. Onik, do you agree with that? Like right now, you even see an influx of costs when it comes to traffic, but because of creative, it actually makes it still sustainable and still a very massive way for you to profit online right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The cost has gone up a little bit, but it's not even the creative, it's the funnel. It's just following the core trainings that we get. So because I've taken time to understand marketing, learn marketing, have better ads, have better funnels, have deeper core products, it's going to be hard for anyone to compete with me on price, because I can always pay more. Because when I get a lead, I know they're going to have 3 months worth of products to be able to review of mine, all different price ranges from low ticket to mid ticket to high ticket. And I can outcompete due to the fact that I'm able to more holistically serve my customer. So my customers are happier, I'm happier, the ad networks are happier, and that's really the secret. That's why when we tell people, if you want to learn to make money online, you cannot just learn one thing. You cannot think there's a button you push. You have to learn the systems behind it so you can scale those systems.
Sorry, let's take a picture of the ice cream truck. My bad. And that's absolutely true. And at the end of the day, you know what? He who actually understands funnels are going to work. Now, obviously, Anik talked about a lot of funnels when it comes to his stuff, when it comes to digital marketing and e-commerce. Digital marketing and affiliate marketing. But when it comes to e-commerce, I keep telling you guys that you've got to build your funnel, because that's how you can actually make more money and be more aggressive in the auction to actually profit online. Now, I'm going to take a step back right now because we've been actually jumping ahead of ourselves right now. I just out of curiosity, okay? Put a 1 in the question box if you are in e-commerce, and put a 2 in the question box if you are in the digital publishing space right now. So digital publishing space is classified as like email marketing, affiliate marketing, and all those other stuff. So we have a big mixture of people here, a lot of people in different size of things. Now, here's an interesting question for you, Anik, that I want to bring up for people that's giving me a 1 and give me a 2. What is your take for, I can't say you guys are a newbie, let's say startup. What is the take for you for startups to diversify? Now, obviously in the online space, there's really 2 core businesses now in the online space. There's e-commerce, there's also basically digital publishing. What's your take for someone to actually diversify and spending time on both businesses simultaneously? I just want your take on this.
Sure. So Fred, here's my take, right? I love diversification. I think that for a true entrepreneur, it gives them the opportunity to explore, and it gives them the opportunity to keep things exciting and new. However, when you're first starting, you need to focus. Like, you cannot try, there's only really digital publishing and e-commerce, but then within those, there's so many different kinds of businesses you can do. You could do email marketing. You could create your own products. You could do SEO, web content, websites, blogging. You could do CPA. You could do e-commerce. You could do Amazon. You could do e-commerce with AliExpress, or e-commerce with a new product you invent. I can keep going, guys. And if you convince yourself that diversification is an amazing thing, then you're giving yourself an excuse to go out and do all these things. You know what? I'm not going to name names, but I have a friend of mine, very close friend, and this is his biggest problem. He is one of the smartest guys. And honest to God, I'll tell you, he's 10 times smarter than me. And he should be much more successful than me, but he's his own worst enemy, because the entrepreneur within him is too strong. And he loves to justify and give reasons why he's better off if he works on 5 projects at one time. Well, he's fallen apart. He's gone broke. And I've been working with him for some time, and he wouldn't listen to me. I finally got frustrated. I quit. And the only advice I was telling him is to stop doing everything and pick one and just do that. And he just wouldn't. He was too arrogant until really shit hit the fan. And all of a sudden one day he realized, I can't pay next month's bills. And you know what? I gave him some advice, got him to finally come around, and he shot through the roof within the first 10, 12 days. And so I have an e-commerce store. Many of you may not know that, but I have one. My wife does e-commerce. She loves e-commerce. She doesn't like digital publishing. She likes e-commerce. In the same house, I always laugh. I'm like, I look at my wife. I'm like, don't tell people outside that I'm like the guy who's known for it. And she loves e-commerce, so she does it. So within my family, we have all kinds of businesses. I have a coaching consulting business. I have a affiliate marketing business. I have a product development business. I have a software business. I have an e-commerce business. And pretty soon next year, I'm looking at launching a nutritional line. But you know what? Look at where I am now. I'm in a place where I can go in and invest a year and a half on one company, give it my all, focus, set it up, systemize it, and then I move on and launch more companies. That's what I'll do the rest of my life. But there's a system to it. There's a focused way of doing it.
Exactly, and a lot of people have to have it right. You guys, I lost the message. Oh wait, Leon said multiple streams of income after one steady stream, which is very, very, very important. Now, for me, I'm kind of like Anik, but in a different industry. So Anik started really a lot of digital publishing. That is his core. That is his bread and butter. And then he starts to diversify. For me, my core is e-commerce. For the last decade, I've been doing e-commerce. Now I'm diversifying. I diversified it into creating software, diversified and create training, which is digital publishing. And now next year, in the next couple months, I'm diversifying myself in a pretty massive nutritional brand at the same time. Now, I'm only able to do this because I'm always focusing on the core business and the core system that I have. Now, obviously, at the same time, it also depends on you. Remember earlier what Onyx said, the only unique factor is you. Now, if you are a complete hustler and you are really trying to become an entrepreneur, okay? A lot of people are like, well, I want to get financial freedom, hoping that I can actually live the laptop lifestyle. But here's the truth. Those are all BS. If you really want to become an entrepreneur, the more time that you spend on your business is how much you are going to succeed. So yes, I agree. You should be focusing on one business at a time. However, if you are dedicated and you are committed, you can actually set up two businesses at the same time. But here's the catch. When you are working, let's say on your e-commerce business, you need that time period, that specific time slot to be focusing on that one business purely, and maybe use digital publishing or vice versa to be your side business where you're just spending a lesser time and you have a lesser income or a lesser result. Now, it really depends. You may succeed with e-commerce right away. You may succeed in digital publishing right away. But what we wanted to share with you is that at the end of the day, the core system is there. And the only thing that is holding you back from you being like the other people right now that are making thousands of dollars online is really just you. And that's very, very, very important. So with that, I kind of want to transition a little bit about ads right now. So obviously, Onyx has been, spending like $400,000 a month right now on ads, especially primarily on Facebook too. Am I correct?
This month, Fred, we're already at 600,000. The month's not even over. We scaled up big this month, and we started YouTube now as well. So we're doing about $3,000 a day on YouTube now.
Yeah, and right now, for me, I think we are on track to actually spend $300,000 on Facebook right now. So obviously, just Onyx and I combined, we're like almost spending $1 million with Facebook. Now, here are some insights that I can give you guys, because going back to this little slide over here, the traffic is always going to be the revolving part. And obviously, there are changes here and there happening and all those other stuff. And I want to share with you guys my Facebook ad tips, okay, that is proven to actually work. One thing now in the e-commerce space, and I think Anna can talk from the digital marketing and email marketing, I'll come from the e-commerce and I'll tell you what I've been testing on e-commerce and what has been working. When it comes to e-commerce, there is a new term when it comes to Facebook ads, and they call it thumb-stopping ads, okay? And what thumb-stopping ads are very, very, very interesting. And you guys may have seen that before. Put a 1 in the question box if you have seen an ad that is basically just running animation with music at the back, and basically they're just moving slideshow of a product. Put a 1 in the question box. All right, I'm getting a lot of 1s right now. So this is actually considered thumb-stopping ad. And as you guys all know, last week I was actually at Facebook headquarters, and Facebook flat out told me that when it comes to e-commerce, thumb-stopping ad is the trend right now. And in order for you to actually achieve a higher click-through rate, you need to work on thumb-stopping ad. And then I was like, well, you know what? That means that I got to run a video ad, and that is pretty hard for a startup to actually start basically running a specific ad. And what's interesting was that they started something called a Facebook Mobile Studio. Now, these are the things that I can share with you guys. Obviously, I signed an NDA. Some things I can't share with you guys. But one thing that is really working phenomenally well right now is basically you using, and that's really in a thumb-stopping ad, you using a mobile device to create a video ad. And these are the 2 apps you ever need. The first one is called Ripple. It's called not Ripple. It's called Video Shop. And the other one, I gotta check on my phone. Oh, Legend. And Legend, okay? These are the 2 apps. And as a matter of fact, the Legend app is actually what is going to actually serve a bigger purpose, because it can have animations done upload your photo, click a few buttons, and you will have an entire animation done. And those are considered thumb stopping because when you're scrolling through the newsfeed, you only have an attention of that person for less than 2 seconds, okay? And when they're throwing through the newsfeed and they see something moving, even if it's just an image, but you turned it into an animation using Legend, it is proven to increase your click-through rate. And here's the other beauty. You will also have the ability to create custom audiences of people who watched your product video, okay? And it doesn't need to be like a full-blown product video. All it is simply just using the Legend app. And the Legend app, I believe it is free too, okay? It is absolutely free. Can you show an example of thumb stopping? I have one on my phone, but I actually don't have like a live one right now. And it gives you the way to segmentate your audiences and go after the market. So this is one big tip for you guys. The second tip that I can truly tell you guys is that Instagram is the next big traffic source. And I think, Anik, you agree with me on that one too. Instagram, originally, they were a platform where it only attract the younger demographic, which obviously don't have a lot of money to buy, but they still buy. But now, because Instagram is turning mainstream right now, the exponential growth of users in Instagram far succeed and far out increase the rate I'm talking about than Facebook right now. And Instagram is built primarily for e-commerce. If you look at all the products out there, and even the fidget spinner actually started to take off all thanks to Instagram. So seriously, guys, don't just focus on Facebook. You need to start looking at Instagram at the same time because Instagram, the way that they structure the ads are exactly like Facebook. It's exactly like Facebook, but you need to start segmenting and start going after the Instagram market because it is a bigger market right now. And you are basically, if you're working well on Facebook for e-commerce, Instagram will do exactly the same thing too. So you really want to go after that. And Vinny, I'm talking about ads right now. I only do ads. That's what I do right now. And again, Instagram is growing exponentially. They are growing exponentially. And another thing that in e-commerce that's working well right now is that the post text should be short, okay? There are ways now, the digital marketing space is different. And Anna, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but in the digital marketing space, you should have a longer post text to create like a story, like a personal feed. But when it comes to e-commerce, you should actually have a lesser post text and try to get the person to engage with the video on the product. So these are the three biggest takeaway that I had when I was in Facebook, and where the trend is moving towards right now and what they have been seeing for success. Now, Anik, can you share in the digital space and affiliate marketing space, like some of the things that you've been playing around with Facebook that you think will serve or help these people with their ads when they're especially in the digital space and affiliate marketing space?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the digital space, with your ads, first of all, I'll tell you, image ads work, text ads work, but video ads just seem to always do better. Now there's all these softwares out there that'll, if people don't like to be on video or make videos, and that's fine. So you have like videos like Slidely videos where they literally just take images and combine them, make a video. I think it's something to do with the algorithm inside of Facebook. They just treat videos better. The videos get better engagement. What I like to do is the text. I love that. He said post text should be short. I have a rule about the first line of the text. Okay. I don't like it to be longer than 75% of the space allotted. And I like to use at least 2 emojis in it. And the reason for that is because I find that gets the most attentions. Like people really stop to look at the ad. And that's the point, right? The whole point is to get people to stop. Remember, people forget one thing about ads. Ads really only have 2 purposes. They're not supposed to sell anything. They're not supposed to provide content. Like people write these massive essays in the text. No one cares. No one's going to read that. Look, let me give you a quick mental exercise again. So if everyone's listening right now, I want you to imagine this. Okay. Imagine you're on Facebook right now. All right. Just imagine, and you're scrolling and you see a big picture of Fred or whatever, and it says, free course, get your first e-commerce sale. Now, there are two purposes of an ad. The purposes are to stop someone from scrolling, and the second purpose is to get them to click. That's it. And let's just say Fred's written like a one-page thing under the post. When's the last time you saw an ad and you sat there and analyzed it, and you sat there and really actually thought, let me read this. Let me see if I'm really going to click it. I'm not sure if it's worth me clicking it. Like, seriously, guys, right now, what would you do? No, Bernard is laughing. No, you click. If you're even semi-interested, if you're even 10% interested, you click. And you'll learn more on the landing page. You don't sit there and analyze the freaking ad. So how many of you right now just type in wow if you just had that realization? You're like, oh, he's right. Like, I spend milliseconds on an ad. So I like to get to the point, get to it fast. I like to use power words like free, revealed, blueprint. I love free. If there's a way to build free, if there's a free report, if there's a free webinar, there's a free video, there's got to be something free. In the digital world, more than anything, like it doesn't work in e-commerce, right? Well, it does if you're doing free plus shipping and handling, but in the digital world, I could start every funnel with the word free. I could do free PDFs, free gifts, I could do whatever. That stuff works. So in the digital world versus in the publishing world versus e-commerce, I think the biggest difference is our ability to use the word free, because we can give away stuff and build leads. We actually focus on building leads, and we really nurture them for months. I'll tell you, recently I had a copywriting workshop. Fred, you might know about this. So there was a workshop I had this last weekend. It was 14 people. Everybody paid $10,000 to be there. It was to get time with me. I essentially was able to generate almost $35,000 a day. It was a 3-day workshop. I mean, how many of you would love to have $35,000 a day to go hang out with 14 people, teach them stuff for 8 hours a day? That was incredible. And they loved every second of it. They got tremendous value from it. But the part I really want you to pay attention to here is that I went around the room and I asked the room how many people in that room had been with me for more than 3 years, had been on my list, one of my customers, and 7 people raised their hands. 7, that's half of the 14. So can you imagine? I generated $70,000 from people who've been around me for years. And then I asked another shocking question. I asked them, of the 7 who had their hands up, I said, how many of you had never bought anything from me until Copywriting Academy, which was the product they had to have bought before they got to the workshop? So of the 7, I said, how many of you have never bought anything from me? And 2 of them raised their hands. So I made $20,000 that event from people who had just been on my list for more than 3 years, but had never spent a dime with me. See, that's one of the core things to remember when you're building a digital publishing business, is that you need to generate leads. You need to collect emails, because you're not just going to make money right away. You're going to make money for years and years and years to come. My children will make money from those leads if I choose to still be in that business when I die. I can pass this down generations. I could sell this, and who buys it from me would still make money from those leads. That's one of the biggest powers, I believe, of digital publishing.
This is like, I gotta basically completely agree with Anik on this, and it's great that we're discussing about this. Let's talk about backend, okay? And Anik, you had it absolutely right. Here's one thing that I see, that digital publishing and affiliate marketing will always be on top and be better for than e-commerce, is the backend. So I have both businesses, and I can see the different result, and I want to basically continue that conversation about the backend. First of all, when it comes to e-commerce, yes, you're getting buyers. Yes, you can make more money from the backend. But here's one thing. The worst part about e-commerce is that you cannot build a relationship with your audience. You can in a way, but it will take you extra effort and extra work for you to actually build that relationship, to have that person to continue to buy from you 5 years, 6 years, and 7 years from now. But when it comes to digital publishing, it is a little bit different. And the reason why it is different is because of the name behind it, the person, the trust, the rapport. And that's why at the end of the day, like a lot of people, like what Anna just said, like he has 7 people that has been following him for 7 years and end up paying him a great amount of money to be at the workshop, is because his ability with digital publishing, it is his name that is always been sent out. Now, e-commerce, here's the thing. I'm trying to change it up right now and trying to basically find ways to do it. I am seeing the light of the tunnel where e-commerce can replicate the same amount of success when it comes to digital publishing and affiliate marketing. But again, I do have to say, it is so much more work when it comes to there. So let me share with you from my perspective, and let's talk about the back end a little bit, okay? We talked about traffic, we talked about the core. Let's talk about the back end, which is one of the most important elements when it comes to making more money from your existing buyers and your existing leads. How many of you agree with that, right? Put me in the question box if you agree that, hey, yes, the front, the traffic, the system is amazing, but money, the real money is really from the back end, because that's where you can continue to work with your buyers, your prospects, and to basically make your profits back because there's no more cost associated with it. So I'm just getting a lot of me and a lot of people are true of that. So let me share with you, when it comes to e-commerce, some of the trends that I'm seeing right now and things that I'm going to be implementing quite drastically in my businesses for my e-commerce is, number one, having a continuity program, okay? Continuity program is huge, and I'm talking about like every month they get something. And one of the biggest company last year in 2016, the fastest growing company, okay, the fastest growing company in the entire North America is called Loot Crate. Loot Crate has an amazing business model. What they do is that they actually send every month a mystery box of I can say toys. It is kind of like a toy of toys. That's what they do. Another big company that has been doing well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard of it, is Dollar Shave Club, and the Dollar Beard Club, and all those other stuff. Those guys are crushing it because why? It is all about the continuity, right? In your business, if you want to continue to grow, and in every single niche in e-commerce, there is an opportunity for you to simply implement a continuity program. Now, the continuity program, it should be in the physical business, but at the same time, it can be in the digital space at the same time. So you want to actually take a look at that. Now, another thing that I see in the e-commerce right now is educating customers and build raving fans, okay? This has actually been acquired, or a lot of people have been taking what they know from the digital publishing space into the e-commerce space right now. So instead of you sending emails on saying, hey, this is the next sale, this is what's 50% off and all those other stuff, you want to start building a rapport and educating customers, okay, that are within the niche on information that they feel that is valuable. So let's say that you're in the baby niche. Well, guess what? The people that are going to buy from you are simply going to be mothers. They're going to be newborn mothers, and they are basically every day, they are having new challenges with their baby. They have been trying to experience new things, how to get the baby to sleep, how to feed the baby the best way, and all those other stuff. Now, when the person actually came to your e-commerce store, bought a baby product, well, chances are is that they are a mother. And if you start giving content to them saying, hey, we know that you're a mother, and here are the tips that we can give you, how to breastfeed better, how to do this, how to do that, that will build raving fans of your products or your brand. And as a matter of fact, what I can see right now moving forward is weekly content newsletter. Now, obviously, you can't write it in a first-person perspective when it comes to e-commerce because you are a whole entity. You're not a singular entity. You're a whole entity. So with that, you want to basically do like every Monday, you want to basically create something like a newsletter, which it consists like 2 to 3 posts that's only given to your customers, where at that point, you're educating them, right? Let me ask you one thing. When I continue to give you guys value, you guys will always come to these webinars. You guys will always listen to me, right? Put a 1 in the question box if you agree. Now, you can actually do the same thing when it comes to e-commerce. And the beauty of this is that when people and your customer database starts to know that you are not just caring about making money, but you are also doing weekly newsletter, giving amazing content away, eventually you can sell a digital publishing continuity program, okay? I've seen a lot of people making millions a month right now from physical going into digital publishing content. Now, Walter said that is a lot of work. Listen, okay, if you really want to build a 7-figure business and you want to build a long-term sustainable business, this is what you do. If you want to build an 8-figure business, this is what you do. And this is what we do. This is what Anik and I do. And we're just sharing it with you guys. Yes, you can make good 6 figures by basically just following in the front and basically keep finding products, keep selling it. There are chances where you make $1 million a year, but if you want to grow past beyond that, you have to get out of your comfort zone and you got to work a lot more. And that's why you got to work smart to have people in your team to actually do all these for you. So anyways, in respect to this, in the e-commerce, I can tell you the future is going to be continuity, and whoever can build a relationship with their customers and have a digital publishing community in place are the ones that are going to far succeed. And you don't even have to worry about if there's going to be a rising cost when it comes to ads and all those other stuff. And as a matter of fact, I branded my store so well. Now that's why I'm getting invited to go to Facebook. I got invited to go to Google because I brand my stuff. And I have a raving fan of my products. And I keep using my main business as a testing puppy so that I can share with you guys what I see, what I'm learning. And today, that's why I have this like business update for you guys to come from an e-commerce perspective, all about that. So obviously we don't have a lot of time left. I want Anik to cover a little bit about digital publishing back end a little bit, because obviously affiliate marketing is a big thing. Now, Anik, quick question for you. Is it more like when you start to build your own database and you start to have the first product, is it wise to focus more on creating your own product so you can slowly move away from affiliate marketing? Like, I kind of want to get your take on this when it comes to digital publishing, because I want to learn too.
Hey, I'm sorry. Can you just repeat that? My internet broke out for just a few seconds. I know you want me to say something about digital publishing. What was the specific question?
So some back-end tips when it comes to digital publishing. Should they focus more on affiliate marketing, or they should basically create their own product and create more products under that?
Look, here's the deal. Guys, there are over 20,000, mark my words right now, there are over 20,000 companies that are offering you commissions of 50 to 75%. And a lot of them are going to offer you 100% commissions. See, creating a product is not something you do overnight. It's not easy. All right, it can take weeks, if not months, because you can't just create one product. If you're going to go that route, you have to create a whole funnel. You got to create multiple products. You have to record the products, write the products. You have to then put the members areas up. You have to build the funnel. You have to have sales materials. You have to learn all of that along the way and put it together. So that's pretty complicated. It takes months, okay? New people starting to take months. And so is it more profitable? Hell yeah. You're going to make a lot more money in the long run by doing that. But here's the challenge. You're also going to spend a lot more time. Hence, you're going to incur a lot more risk. So one of the biggest things I tell students is, how about this? Why don't we take this approach? Why don't you choose the niche you want to be in, a niche you're passionate about, a niche you want to be in, a niche you want to help people in? And why not go out and find a great product out there that you believe in, not just one, but maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of them that do all the work for you. The product is done. The sales funnels are done. You don't have to do customer support. You don't have to have employees. You don't have to do anything. You have to deliver the training. And why not you start using them to build your business? Now you can start to build an email list. You can start to get traffic. You can start to learn the systems. You can start to, so you can get paid while you learn. You get your businesses up, you get your emails going, you get your niche going, you get your traffic going, you start to make money, and then you can reinvest some of the money that you're making to help you hire a few people to put your products together. But the best part is, a few months down the road, you're already making a bunch of money. And now if you want to launch your own product, the day that it's ready to launch, you already have an email list to promote it to. You could probably launch that thing and make $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 in your first week. And because you've been in the industry for months already, you have tons of relationships. You know how to get traffic. You've learned the core skills. That's what I love about digital publishing. That's specifically why I love email marketing, other people's products, because they're going to do all the hard work for you. You don't have to risk it. And you know what? Whenever you're ready to pull the plug and go into your own products, it's a matter of just simply replacing a URL and you're ready to go. But why not start to make money while you learn? Why waste months learning without any return? And who knows? What if your product is not in demand? What if your product is not good? What if your sales pages are not good? What are you going to do then? Well, then you'll have put all that money into it and it'll have gone to waste. And time, more importantly, time. So that's my take on it. And that's exactly why why I teach this stuff, Fred. That's why my mission right now is to bring this to the world. And why I'm about to teach it to everybody for just, even $1. Like, I don't care anymore. I just want people to know this stuff because it's life changing.
That is absolutely true. And here's one thing, and I do see a trend going on right now. Like I said earlier, when you're talking about weekly newsletter and digital publishing continuity, there is going to be a crossover in the next year or so that the e-commerce people are all going to basically cross over with digital publishing and create like one big entity that does both things. And I see that trend coming. Do you agree on it? Like the e-commerce, if you have like a survival e-commerce store, those people are going to eventually get into like publishing so they can introduce continuity program, affiliate marketing, and then really put the two together right now. And I see that trend coming.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? The survival niche has already done that. In big way, millions and millions of dollars. They combine the two top. It just takes one niche to do it, right? One niche does it, and all the other ones start to follow up. So, Fred, I'm inventing my own physical product right now, which, by the way, Fred, is almost done. I got my, I'll send you a picture after this webinar.
I have 10% equity on that, guys. Public statement. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm inventing a product. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example, Fred. You and I have been talking on the side, right? Like you're launching your own, your own nutritional stuff. I'm excited. I've been passionate about launching my own nutritional stuff for years. Do you know why I'm so confident that I can blow it out of the water with a nutritional supplement line? Because I know how to do content. I can put out amazing content and draw crowds in, teach them, train them, and then basically turn around and say, hey, look, if you want this nutritional product to fix this problem, here you go. Like this, the marriage is happening. It is, you can either wait and be behind, or you can catch on now and be best of both worlds, but it's happening. And the best companies are going to survive, because let's face it, Fred, another year, another 2 years, you and I have talked about it, right? E-commerce is getting really, really saturated. Everybody and their grandmother is now launching an e-commerce store, and that's fine, guys. It's awesome. The system works. You'll make money. But in time, the market will get absorbed. And then only those who have the largest customer value, lifetime customer value, only those are going to survive, because they're going to be able to outcompete. They're going to have true brands. They're going to have true followings. And the companies that have digital and e-com in one go, in one place, are going to be the ones with the deepest funnels, with the best monetization, with the largest amount of transaction per customer. They're going to always survive. Nobody will be able to beat them. So the marriage is not just happening. It's happened. It's here.
I absolutely agree with that. I totally agree with that. Now, obviously, we're reaching the top of the hour very, very soon. I got a question for you guys. Okay, you don't start commenting until I ask you the question, okay? It's funny. Every time, like, right before I ask, people just start putting one, because that's what I usually ask. Like, put a one in the question box of this, and people just put one in because they're so excited. Let me ask you guys a quick question, right? So, how many of you, put me in the question box if you are available this weekend, okay? This weekend, you have no plans. You may be working on your own business, working on your e-commerce store, maybe go read some books or do something. All right, I'm getting a lot of me's right now. For those of you that haven't given me a me, you may have something scheduled, okay? Now, let me ask you this. If you have already something scheduled, will you be up for clearing that schedule and dedicate 48 hours, okay, to have a to build, grow, and scale a business? put a 2 in the question box if you would do that, okay? Like you wanted to just spend a weekend, do something that will invest in yourself and invest back in your knowledge and build a business for in 48 hours. Put 2 in the question box. All right, I'm getting a lot of you guys right now. Now, here's one thing, okay? I am not pitching you this, and I literally just found out about this a couple days ago, and I want to basically offer that right now for you guys. Right now, okay? For me, I don't really have I can't say I don't have the ability, but I don't have a vast experience when it comes to digital publishing, okay? I just do not. And I can share with you guys what I know, but not at a level of extent of what you guys are going to learn this weekend. And I know that Onik this weekend is putting together something called a virtual weekend summit, okay? Now, this virtual weekend summit is not free. Again, I'm not trying to pitch you guys, but what I'm trying to say is that right now, you guys have an opportunity to have a business up in 48 hours and learn from the best of the industry. We're talking about Robert Kiyosaki, Bob Proctor's CEO of ClickBank, Onik Singhal, his entire team at your disposal. And there is a cost to this, and the cost is just $1. Now, there's a reason why it is $1. It's because if this is for free, you guys will not attend this. And I would have to say, right now, every week we have we have our Ask Fred Lam show. It is free, and people just come and go, and people just don't respect it. And I'm absolutely upset about it because I spent a lot of time to actually get these out. But let's be honest, right? When you have something for free, you take it for granted, and you'll be like, it's for free, I don't have to do it. But if you pay for something, and right now we're just talking $1, you guys have the ability to basically say, well, now I actually paid. I need to go there because I need to basically get my $1 section back, right? So with that, Onik is hosting a 48-hour event where you can, again, build, grow, and scale a digital publishing business, affiliate marketing, and email marketing. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you are going to learn. And again, it's only $1. And Onik, can you tell a little bit more about the people about this event and summit?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, so Fred, do me a favor. Why don't we give them the URL real quick, and you go to the URL, because I want to go down the page and show everybody. First question real quick, how many of you are not yet signed up for the weekend summit? Type in me if you're not yet signed up for it. I just want to know, and I'll explain to you exactly what it is, how it works. Okay, we got Leon, Irvin, Wendy, Bernard, Lisa, Betty, Noemi, Thomas, Charles, Victor, Catherine, Merlin, Larry. Okay, we got a lot of people that aren't signed up. Listen, do me a favor here. Make me a commitment. I mean this. You know, I have done webinars my whole life. I have sold products my whole life, and I've never come out right and said what I'm about to say now. You need to go to zeroup.co/summit. I don't care. You cannot humanly possibly have an excuse to not do this. This is why I put this together. It's $1. There's no catch. There's no catch. It's $1. Listen, I did this because I wanted nobody to have an excuse. We are going to walk you through. We're going to build a business on Saturday. You're going to watch. We're going to talk about conversion, traffic. We're going to show you advanced email marketing, advanced things you can do with email that nobody has ever shared with you. Okay, we're talking about 16 hours of live training. Yes, you will get the replays. All right, so you get to walk away with this. But if you're not there, if you don't get this, you literally have a tiny window to make this happen. And outside of that, it's gone. All right, and the event starts just in 3 days. So when you type in what was it again?
zeroup.co/summit.
zeroup.co/summit. Again, the URL is in the chat box here too. zeroup.co/summit. All right, we are going to spend these 2 days with you. We have Robert Kiyosaki keynoting on Sunday morning, Bob Proctor keynoting on Saturday morning, Kevin Strawbridge, the CEO of ClickBank. We have Mick Wiskerson. He is the COO of ClickBank. We have Jimmy Kim, the CEO of SendLane. These are our keynote speakers. We have more keynote speakers than you will even get when you go to a live event. Now, we've been able to make this happen so you don't have to travel. You don't have to spend on hotels, on flights. And let me just share with you all the content topics you get. So Fred, if you could just scroll down, and I'm telling you guys, while we're doing this right now, every single one of you, you need to go down and you need to make this happen. You really do. I am not going to take no for an answer. If you don't do this, you're not serious about your online career. I can say that and feel very comfortable about it. So if you just scroll down more, Fred, we have a list of all the topics, and we'll work through those topics. If you just go down, these are still the speakers that are talking. Right there. So go to number 1 at the top. So we're going to talk about affiliate marketing 101. We're going to move right into digital products. There's actually even a tiny section about e-commerce where we talk about all the various business models out there. So we walk you through all the positives, the benefits. Number 3, we walk right into the 5-step formula to locking in powerful niches, like the best of the best niche. And if you scroll down there, Fred, number 4. Number 4 is Whoa, what happened? The page. Okay, there we go. First sale, 48 hours. That's my goal. We're going to show you how to get your first sale in 48 hours. All right, number 5, 5-step list building. Listen, I'm going to share with you how I've been able to build multiple email lists of 100,000 or more. And I already told you, you want to make it big in this business. I don't care if you're doing e-com or if you're doing digital publishing. You need to be building an email list. Number 6, you are going to watch me, witness me build a business live in front of your eyes in 20 minutes or less. But that's not the best part. The best part is then we're going to sit down and dissect it piece by piece. And I'll show you exactly what I did and how you could do it. That sums up day number 1. Actually, that doesn't. That's not true. We added more topics. Then what we're going to do after the 20-minute challenge is we're going to bring Jimmy Kim on, and he's going to do an advanced presentation, advanced on email. Some things about email and things you could do with email you didn't even know. All right, so we move on to day number 2 down there, and we go to number 7, Facebook mastery. Guys, I'm getting to the point where by the end of this year, we're going to be investing over $1 million a month just in this company. But you already know, between Fred and I, we're already almost at $1 million a month. I started with a $20 bill for Facebook ads January of last year, 2016. All right? I'm going to share with you exactly what I do. Then we're going to talk about solo ads and email media. I'm actually going to even give you a full tour and give you access to an absolutely free network that you can use for your solo ads. Number 9, we're going to talk about copywriting, conversion, my 5-step formula for being able to literally use words to convert all day long. All right, number 10, writing broadcast emails. Okay, we're going to show you how to write powerful emails. Number 11, I'm going to share with you how to write autoresponders. And then moving right along to number 12, business tools and resources. We're going to walk you through all the various tools you need. And last but not least, guys, we're going to go over massive, massive strategies on how to passively build your income. And on both days, we're going to be doing live Q&A. We're going to be doing giveaways. We'll be giving away cash, prizes, gear. Usman says, I just bought it. I don't even know why. Usman, because you know why. Because it would be downright silly not to. You guys have heard me pitch, quote unquote, to you before. You've heard me. I don't say it like this. Like I'm telling you right now, you are not serious about your business unless you are invested in this. So you need to go to zeroup.co/summit right now. Now here's the deal. I want everyone who just did it. Okay, type in, I'm in. Leon says I'm in. Who else is done? Vendy says she's done. Ethan says in. Sheila is in. Irvin says, that's astounding. You are really master salesman on it. This isn't about selling. That's the crazy part. This isn't even me selling. This is not about selling. I'm yelling at you really right now, Irvin, to make sure you do this. Alan, Dan, Chris, Nohemi, Lois, Michael. Victor says thinking. Victor, about what? Like literally about what? My friend, it's $1. If you cannot invest $1 into your future, I'm telling you right now, you are not ready. You should not be an entrepreneur, Victor. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be helpful, believe it or not. I'm trying to be on your side here. Derry, Anthony, Felicia, Irvin, Bernard. Jenny says in progress. Joe says, I can't make it this weekend. Joe, replays. But I'll tell you right now, if you can make it, you should make it. Please don't rely on the replays. Don't be one of those people. You got to be there live, guys. We're going to have a really great energy in that room. People who show up live have results. But Joe, worst case, if you really can't, we got replays. But we're going to be doing Q&As and stuff. So if you can make it live, you need to be there. Scott's working on it. Ken's in. Solomon's in. Benjamin's in. BW's in. Cindiso's in. Gail's in. Merlin's working on it. Lucelle, she says, I'm busy right now. All right, Lucelle, that's your prerogative, right? You get to say that. You get to do that. But it's your future, Lucelle, and I would say that deserves priority. Bernard says, I'm in. Reina says, Charles and Reina in. Linda says, I was in a week ago. That's awesome. Leslie's in. Hendry's in. Amira says, what's wrong with you, Victor? All right. Lots of people are yelling at Victor right now. God, so many people are in. Victor
Out of
says,
curiosity,
oh, man. Victor, my friend.
I got a quick question to dive right in. Like, it's a buck. Who does not have a buck right now to just go into this? Like, seriously, and again, the reason why it is $1 is really because you need some skin in the game. Like, Anik and I have a lot of content out in the industry right now, even on my YouTube channel. Some people even said, like, my YouTube channel have so much content that is worth more than they paid for a traffic course. And again, the thing is, at the end of the day, we're asking you for $1 to get your commitment to make sure you are going to be there. That's what the $1 for this. Anik need, like, Anik, do you need that $1 to run your 40+ team member employee? Will that make a difference?
No, dude, this is actually a big loss for us, to be very honest with you. I mean, I'm happy to do it, so I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. But no, absolutely not. This is, no.
And seriously, it's not about the money. It's about getting you committed to come. Because if Anik can actually post this event for free, he can absolutely do that. But he's choose not to is because he wants you to be dedicated and to be committed to clear your schedule out for the weekend. And psychology, you'll be like, well, I paid for the event. I should be there. I should be there live. And that's what the whole purpose is. See, people are saying, like, you should charge more than $1 for this. But again, I think that every single person that is watching this video right now, that is seeing this live video, that's attending this, either you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, you are on GoToWebinar, seriously, it's just $1. And that's it. But this $1 may completely transform you to maybe, like, what does it do? Imagine if it can make like $20 back, right? Mohammed said it's too expensive. Seriously, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So who's in the process of joining right now? Put me in the question box because I'm gonna be
pretty
there.
sure he is kidding. I hope he's kidding.
I'm sure. I'm gonna be there myself. Like, I'm clearing my schedule this weekend just to be there. So put me in the question box if you are in the process of joining. And some of you guys, I've seen that you guys are having problem with credit card and all those other stuff. Aaron said, do you have a payment plan? Yes, 25 cents every hour. That's what's gonna happen. All right, so some people are getting an error, but at the end of the day, guys, it's just $1, and that $1 can give you access into this live virtual weekend where you're gonna learn a lot of crap, like not a lot of crap, a lot of stuff, and things that's gonna completely like give you a head start on everything. And listen, I've been to Anik's event, and I know like. Getting Robert Kiyosaki, getting Bob Proctor, getting the CEO and CEO of ClickBank, getting Jimmy, one of the most well-respected email marketer that really know a lot of advanced stuff, you're going to get a lot of value out of this. And seriously, if it's just $1 and you guys can't even put in $1, I have to say you guys are not ready to actually come on to the online space because we're just talking about $1 right now. So I got a lot of people saying that they are in progress right now. And again, this event is starting on Saturday, and I know that the replay, if you really missed it, is only available for those that actually spend that $1. Am I right, Anik?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, guys, again, zeroup.co/summit. This is going to be like literally the best $1 you are going to ever spend. Just skip like a can of Coca-Cola or a bag of chips. It will give you access to like a 2-day event. Fendi asked, what time is it starting? What time does it start on Saturday?
It's 10 a.m.
Eastern, I believe, right?
Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern. Sorry, I should have said that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, Erwin, no soda for you today. It's just $1. So, guys, again, the URL is zeroup.co/summit. right now. And with that being said, let me actually, Anik, why don't you throw a crazy question out and give away $500 first before we call it the end of our show today. Just looking at what time it is.
All right. Crazy question. Crazy question. Crazy question. Let me see here. Name what you think would be one of my favorite movies. I'll tell you, it's a guy's movie. Irvin said Iron Man. Irvin already knew where I was going. Man, you've been on too many of my webinars, Irvin. It's, well, not the one I'm thinking of. There's one I'm thinking of. Come on.
Titanic.
Who's going to shut up? All right. Julian Young, you were the first one to be the closest. Julian said Bond. I was looking for something a bit more specific, but I'm going to give it to you, Julian. It's Casino Royale. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. And if you've ever seen my movie that's published on YouTube, it was a spoof. It's called Lethal Commission. Yeah, you can actually watch it. Yes, I had a 120-person film crew. Yes, I was Bond. And yes, we had stunt scenes. And yes, I got to blow up a car and walk away from it. It's pretty badass. So you can see the trailer to it. But it was a spoof, poorly done spoof of
If you guys have time,
Casino
you should
Royale.
watch that. It's one of the best movies I've watched.
I love
Also, you'll see another side of Anik.
the
The Bollywood side of Anik. All right, so everyone congratulate Julian for winning the $500 Zero Up funds. And again, guys, at the end of the day, it's just $1 to actually join this live event. It's zeroup.co/summit. Make sure you are there, and I'm personally going to be there, okay? I know that a lot of people are really waiting to actually get on this virtual weekend because you're going to learn a lot of stuff. And like Onyx said earlier, right now there is already a marriage happening between digital publishing and e-commerce, and you get to learn all these for just $1.
and you know, Fred, something I wanted to tell everybody, guys, we just crossed 7,000 registrations for this. So like, if you're not getting involved, everybody else is. This was our mission. This is why we did it. We wanted to bring education to the masses. 7,000 people have already registered for it. We're gonna have thousands of people on live. So you got to get involved. You can't not do this because it's just too good of an offer, and it's something where you get a chance to really learn amazing stuff, and it costs you $1 in 2 days of your life. That's it.
Awesome. Now, guys, how many of you guys enjoyed today's section? Honestly, like Anik and I really share a lot of crazy stuff today. Put a wow in the question box if you guys enjoyed today's section. Obviously, Anik didn't expect me asking him all these curveball questions, and we were just fine to hang out, but we just basically just throw out or share with you guys what we've been doing, what success we've been seeing, and all those other stuff. So I'm seeing a lot of wows coming in, and all you guys should thank Anik right in the question box. If you're on Facebook, thank Anik. If you're on YouTube, thank Anik, because obviously Anik runs a 8-figure business, and for him to take an hour and 30 minutes out of his schedule to be here with us means a lot, right? He's basically just saying, I'm not going to do my business stuff. I'm just focus and come on with Fred, spend time with his tribe. All right, you see all the thank you, Anik?
Yeah, man, and my pleasure to be here, guys. Thanks for having me. It's always awesome. I'll hope to be back soon. And you guys, can I take a minute to ask you to please thank Fred? He pours his heart and soul in for you guys. Trust me, I get the chance to see it from behind the scenes, right? So I know him very well, and I think that you guys owe it to him. Type in thank you, Fred, because you have an amazing leader who truly, truly cares for you, and he works night and day to just make your life better. And I think that he deserves a big round of applause for that. So yeah, Fred, awesome stuff, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Now, guys, I really, really hope to see you guys this weekend. It's only $1, okay? Go to www.zeroup.co/summit. And guys, I'm going to export this list. I'm going to look at Facebook. I'm going to look at YouTube. And if I don't see your name showing up at the summit, I'll be calling you and I'll be like, look, buddy, come on, it's just $1. But Buck, clear your schedule and really focus on your knowledge and investing in yourself. And I don't think you will learn anything for $1 outside of this summit, right? It's only $1. And I will hold you accountable. And we're going to hold you accountable. So guys, again, go to www.zeroup.co/summit. And I look forward on seeing you guys this weekend. And once again, thank you very much, Onik, and I'll see you all next week, same time, same link, same location. Bye now.